This is a beautiful big sound bowl. I got it cheap because it's got, I don't even know where it is because oh, there it is. It's got a little hole in it, right? Joke's on whoever sold it to me, because listen to this. And sorry, I don't have a good microphone. I have the crappiest phone in the whole wide world. But anyway. Just sends me into heaven every time. To me, it's giving didgeridoo. It's got some prayer written on the inside. I don't know. The point is, I got it cheap. This big D bowl, big D energy, I got cheap because of the hole is like a pinprick. Like you cannot even, I don't know if you can even see any light through it. And the whole point of that is because I'm going to be talking about shadow workers. I just about said shadow workers, motherfucker. I swear a lot. If that's not your thing, there's plenty of people who don't. I'm a shadow worker. Although I live, laugh, love, whatever. It's not where I work. I work in the earthly levels below. So this is for the people like me, shadow workers. And this is brought to you by, this is super cheesy, but I had to do it because I was just like, oh. It's brought to you by like makeup. The shadow workers are stepping up. I don't know how to do war paint. I come from a very straighty 180 culture, or even just objectional, you know. We're not allowed to protest. We're not allowed to, we're just got to be like, oh, I do a nose. We just got to be like, you know, just with the program all day, every day, or you're crazy. So, I don't even know what color that is. So, I just stopped the video realizing I have nothing to wipe my hand on, and I don't want to get it on my, you know, decks that are worth more than, you know, life itself. So I'll just find something. So shadow work, what is, look, Mitzi, hey, you always go that way. Oh, so what was I saying? Shadow work. All right, because we have no drama, making space for the less. They're not it. Look, please don't take what I say as judgment, because I actually don't have judgment about positive, negative. We all have light and shade. We all have shadows. We all have great. We all have crap. Like, you don't get to my age without a ton of baggage behind you, right? I'm the first to admit. But when people are not wanting to get down and help people who are in crisis, where are those people meant to go? Where are they? And by the way, we are all just one crap decision or one mistake or accident away from crisis. Don't think you're special. Don't think you're going to be able to pray, meditate, levitate beyond that stuff, because that stuff is actually how we learn. I always say I'm a fan of a good rock bottom. I love seeing a good humbling. I've been through several myself, several thousand probably. It's the quickest way to learn. Shadow workers are ballsy as fuck. It takes a lot of guts to do an audit and be fully accountable, be willing to be responsible. a lot of the time it's for stuff we didn't even know we have done or were doing with the intention of complete opposite, right? I just don't think we can all have optimal self-awareness all the time. We can't have empathy because we can have empathy. We cannot have the kind of empathy that extends, that stops us from hurting other people. We're just not in control of things like that, right? So shadow workers are ballsy. It can be crushing, scary. When shadow work is in your path, it's actually necessary for your body to be calibrated to handle pretty high levels of stress and ugliness. It comes with the job. I'm looking at my face going, what the fuck? First video? I'm driven. Okay, whatever. All right, so I'll go clockwise. So what have we got? Codependence has stuck out. That's one of the only cards that came out face up. It's one of the beautiful shadow decks. So this could, you know, the Lovers is all about choice, but this card, it makes me question how much choice there is. Like, there's balance there, there's support, but there's also the moon and the snake on the this side. Don't ask me which side rules what. This is my left masculine in this depiction. So that was out sideways. Sideways for me always means the energy is half formed. It could go either way. All right, I've just turned over the Ten of Swords. There's a pull here between balancing, well, there's betrayal. There's betrayal and there's being left out in the cold. And in between those is balance. So we've got temperance, transmuting energy, balancing, and then we've got Two of Pentacles reverse. So ew. No judgment, of course. All right, turn these over. Yeah, there's a lack of justice going on, and that's with the codependence, which is sideways, but the King of Swords and Justice is reversed. So that is that's a really controlling, cutting with their words, very smart, sharp intellect, but controlling the situation, control basically, the shadow. Yeah, having a lot of access to a lot of areas to be able to control as well. Keeping someone as a pet. It looks like somebody's trying really hard to not feel the impacts of this, like taking the responsibility of transmuting this energy and doing a lot of work around that, but still it's being outcast. Okay, so in terms of shadow work, right, I am now looking at culture, society. We don't fit in. Betrayal. I'm getting everybody likes to use you for your abilities, but they're the first people to tell you you're batshit crazy when a count comes, right? It's brave work. If that's what we're talking about, it's very brave work. What do we got here? Well, it's the end of that era, that's for sure. The World has come out twice in one dump. So that's the end of a cycle. It's definitely shadow workers' time to rise. Where light workers, take a break. Take a break. We're putting on our boots. It's our turn to come to the front because things are getting freaky deaky. Society is accelerating towards, what even is that? Like, what even, wherever you sit politically, or like, what is happening? In any side you sit, right, it must just look bonkers, right? It does. It looks bonkers. All right, so end of cycles, new contracts starting. Shadow workers are being supported now to come out and get their bag. We're being called to duty. I'll try and stop being a fuckhead because it's actually very serious. Sorry. We're being called to duty. It's our turn to step to the front lines. And we've got to do it our way. This is my favourite Three of Wands ever. She's got everything she needs ready to go. She's dressed her way. They're her quill, her arrows are hers. She probably made them. She's not bothered at all either. She's got command of herself. She's got everything she needs. And this line is kind of saying to me, it's an independent job. Like, although we may have community, what I'm saying here is, by nature, the shadow worker is isolated. Because if they were accepted, how are they shaking shit up? If they match the status quo, what would they have to say? If they're blending into the walls, how are they impacting change? And that's where the bravery comes in, because culture doesn't, well, I don't know where you're from, but my culture's not into that. My culture's leaning towards, how would you say it? Look, you probably, everybody knows that everyone's homogenous now, right? My point is, even though we are kind of told that difference is good and let's celebrate difference, and, you know, a lot of us are experiencing the horror behind the smile of, we don't do that here, dear. We're not ableist. We're not racist. What are you talking about? We're very inclusive. Points to their policy, points to their HR, whatever it is. We kind of fall in the cracks of that. For people that have strong justice streaks, that's very discombobulating, to be telling someone that they actually are fitting in and are celebrated, but not like that. Definitely not like that. Right? It's very gaslighty. So for a lot of us, I think it's coming to the point where it's almost like a birthing pain. We need to be ourselves, and living any other way is excruciating. And I think that's on purpose, because there is time, I don't know if time's, don't take me literally, okay? Time's speeding up. Chaos is like everywhere. Once we get a handle on something, it's gone, because technology's moving so fast. Attitudes are moving so fast. Disruption is being embraced in really weird ways that wouldn't have been happening 5 years ago. So this urge this, I just cannot do it anymore. I cannot pretend anymore. I think a lot of us are kind of like going through that. When we're not alone is my point, but we still need to be able to work alone, because holding that much difference takes a lot of strength. And if you're with people that are like you, it's not difference, right? This isn't easy. So what was my point for that? Sideways. Oh yeah, this is not easy for me, and it's not easy for a lot of us. I really want to find my people, and I have started finding my people, and God, it's so refreshing. But when it comes to frontline work, it's every man for himself, not turning on each other, but we need to be able to hold our independence when shit gets real. That includes if you're a healer of some kind and you're sitting with someone in crisis who's saying, I've lost hope. It takes bravery to sit with someone in that and not try to bypass with breathing or praying or have a coffee or let's look at the clouds, whatever, you know, the bypassing. People don't need that shit anymore. People are sick of being gaslit. They're sick of saying, well, if your system's not working for me, I guess the problem is me. Let's go to the social model. Let's get away from the medical model way of doing things where the individual is at fault. It's actually systemic. The social model where, no, the environment needs to change to accommodate me. I'm not changing because I'm defective. So this is the kind of revolutionary vibey shit that's coming up at all levels, I think, which is going to require strong people to step to the front, to lead groups who have not had the strength, or they're just not wired that way, or it's just not their path to be able to think resourcefully like that. When systems, when psychologies, when intellects start collapsing because things aren't matching what we've been taught, it's the ones that can stand in the chaos and say, I can handle it. Fuck, it's not great, but you can stand behind me. I'll show you where to go, right? That's what we're kind of being called to the front to do. And then there's criticism, like love and light and stuff like that. I mean, that's been going since forever, but, you know, 70, 80, 90, like 50 years or something, 60 years, it's been like the level we're stretching for, right? We want to attain that unflappable. They know I hate that. I would never say that word. They like making me say shit that makes me cringe. They have a lot of fun with me. They're hilarious. Anyway, unflappable. Because they know I'm a I'm not going to say that. I don't know you well enough, okay? Yeah. So people that are comfortable to stand in the mud, see people's pain, sit beside them in their pain without falling into it, because that's not helping anyone, and saying, yeah, okay, let's go get safe. You know what I mean? All right, you got anything else to come out? And I'm not even saying, right, oh, I better turn these over. That's my fucking classic shadow work. That's weird. This is my classic shadow work card. Five of Swords is about, for this one, it's slaying your demons. As above, so below. So he's won the battle, right? Well, they've won the battle, but this is all them. And the roots here are a lot thicker than the top of the tree. We're aiming for balance, which was up there. The balance comes from bringing all this into the light and saying, you know what, this is who I am. This is who I am, and I'm proud of it. And that came out before with the World card upright. We need to be willing to say, I'm not your jam, you're not my jam. I'm going to go find my jam. It takes a lot of strength to do this kind of self-acceptance and be willing to build up here. Bring it into the light. Stop operating in the shadows. Being an example of difference. What's this about? Queen of Cups in the Tower. Okay. It's the collapse of the fake heart. These came out together. It's the collapse of beautified. I'm just looking at my face compared to this. Manufactured. Do you know how fucking big that industry is? Do you know how much money they make telling everyone they need to be perfect? I don't know, I haven't Googled it, but maybe you can. I don't know. That's just what came to mind. It's the end of that shit because we have an equal place at the table. We're not, and this is like totally hypocritical of me, okay, because I do these things. We're not sitting there without... Look, it started for my masseters, okay, and then I was just like, just chuck a little bit the Botox, right? It was medicinal at first, and then I'm like, holy shit, I'm starting to look like someone I actually can't stand looking at. Just chuck just a little bit extra, and then I go tell everyone it's medicinal. Right, I don't know, it's just the wrong way to go for me, I think. Reluctantly, because I really don't want all of that, just all of that. But then I gotta look at, you know, why don't I want all of that? I can't be fucked doing that right now. That's too much. Okay, how long have I been going on? Half an hour. All right, so shadow, give me some beautiful ugly cards, because I just get the vibe that's what I'm talking about. Beautiful ugliness, rawness. When do you ever look at a Mitzi and go, oh my god, you're just gross, because you don't look like Mitzi sleeping on her face like Garfield. She doesn't care about pillow wrinkles. Oh my fucking god, shut up. Oh wow, the World has just come out for the third time. Upright as well. I love this. It reminds me of bad bitch Kali Ma energy. Being comfortable with destruction, being comfortable with being that person that comes in and goes, that's not really working, is it? And people are like, shh, and you're like, yeah, but burn it down. Kali Ma energy, which is cool because this reminds me of the Shiva Shakti. Okay, I'm not trying to appropriate. I just fucking love that. I love that stuff. I listen to it all day, every day. The mantras and they've made some really cool psytrance stuff. I digress. It's the balance between inspiration and action. Light and dark. Masculine, feminine, everything in between. Yin and yang. Positive, negative. This is positive because it's taking up space. This is the negative space. It has nothing in it. That's all that means. You need both. Or, you know, if I don't have negative around me, well, I'm just blending into the caravan. You can't distinguish me from anything else. So that's all I mean by that. Yeah. Getting comfortable with being the canary in the coal mine. What other euphemisms can I? The screaming fox, whatever the fuck that means. Because you know what? I don't know why the death card's not here yet, but we bring change and we bring new. All the best starts and change have come from destruction. Prove me wrong. Even if you're just talking about giving birth, like, have you seen what that does to a body? Like, you're literally being a portal. I'll get my chatty cards. Being, even beyond that, being ready to defend it, because it's actually a really vital, needed skill, talent, ability, whatever you want to call it. Could you imagine if there was no one with fire in their belly, or a massive raging justice streak that's happy to make a scene? If their coffee's not, maybe not like that. That reminds me, another part of shadow, the responsibility of shadow work is making sure you are balanced. You're not coming from a place of control. You're not coming from a place of deception. You're not coming from a place of ignorance. You've got to make sure that you have done some work on yourself. You've invested in yourself. And that's maintenance all the time. Not asking for perfection. Self-awareness and the ability to apologize when we fuck up, because we will and we do, and everybody does. We need to stop being crazy. Just stop being fucking crazy. Take accountability for your own delulu behavior. Like, some of us go overboard with that as well. It's being aware of what's real and what's not real, which can get pretty freaky deaky funky in the shadow workspace, I must admit. There's a fine line. I'll leave that for you to work out. Yeah. I wonder if that's it. Got anything else? I bought some really cute artist cards when I went away recently. I might do one of them, see what comes out. But first, anything more? Ah, don't stress. Love us their pet. Look, oh, how am I going to put this? Give me something else. Give me something else so I don't lecture. They're like, you can talk. Anyway, the swords, those are anxiety cards, okay? Like, this is scary. It is scary admitting to yourself that you're not who you thought you were. You're not going where you thought you were going. Maybe your purpose and direction is somewhere else. It's giving like midlife crisis vibes. Like, I don't know why I'm talking like a millennial, because I'm not one. I think that's just, it's like, welcome to my YouTube channel. I've got it in my mind, probably. Also, I'm just a weird mimicky person. Yeah, so freaking out about stepping into our power, being seen publicly and getting that bag for it. It is scary. It is scary. Work out the work you need to do to avoid this, because you know what? the way we are being pushed to the front, you're going to feel like this if you don't do it anyway. And there is so much magic and freedom and beautiful stuff when you accept who you really... What was that? When you accept who you really are and you use what you were given. Fuck, that's the bat thing. That was for me. Apologies if you resonate with the bat. You can have it too, all right? If I could turn my camera around, I would show you why that's for me. Being who you are to your bare bones, using what you were given, proudly showing it off. That is true empowerment. That is stepping into your power. And when you do that, even though this is an isolated job, you're giving other people permission to be themselves as well. You're tempering the energy of not accepting yourself, which gives other people permission to accept themselves. You are tempering the energy of the world telling us this is what you've got to be. You got to be skinny, you got to be pretty, you got to be not quite white, not quite dark. You got to have full lips, but not too full. Be comfortable with your emotions, but don't be messy, because that's for your therapist to deal with, not me. Ew. What else? Oh, you got to have nice things around you. There's like the little... There's a little Siamese, I don't know if that's the right, these little fighting fish. Look how, these fish are stunning. Have you seen how people keep them in their houses? It's not stunning. They live in little tiny, so they don't kill each other because they're fighting fish. They live in tiny little, by themselves. The ones I've seen don't even have rocks. So this is what we are giving permission to people to not be. And if you work in this field, if you're already doing... I've had a crazy amount of people lately finding me who are being really strongly communicated with by their team, but they can't hear it because they're looking for this shit. Oh, I just saw an orb. You guys, they know that I need evidence all the time, okay? It's a deal we've made along with trust. I'll explain it another time. People are going to me, and I'm not picking specifics, I'll make up some examples. They'll be like, I'm begging them to talk to me, and I say to them, show me a feather on the ground, that's got to be white. And I'm sitting there with them and I'm hearing their team going, we sent her favourite cake. Someone brought it to the door. That's just made up. That didn't happen. But this is what I'm talking, like, we sent her this song that meant something to her in year 10 when she scored that girl she had her eye on for 5 years. 10 years would be creepy if you're in year 10. But you know what I mean? It's like that story where the guy drowns and he goes to heaven and he goes to God, but I was waiting for you to rescue me, and God goes, yeah, but I sent a chopper and I sent a boat and I sent but he was looking for whatever, you know, like the beam of light. I just saw my face. I might go wash my face. So that's what I'm getting. That's why our job is so important. And don't think for 1 second, this is my artist cards, don't think for 1 second that you don't get rewarded for your hard work, because the level of love and acceptance and nurturing I get from being connected to my team and coming into who I really am is like I was pretty much raised by wolves, okay? So I'm not talking about my adoptee mum. They've had to teach me what it means to be in a family, to be accepted, celebrated. I've had people say to me, Don't call them fuckers. It's disrespectful. And I've checked it out with them, and they're like, I said love, I said pet. We made you like that, and we are like that. They showed me the story of Sleeping Beauty where the godmothers come, the fairy godmothers come and give a gift. That was I need to be bolshy and fiery, respectfully. I've had to learn to rein it in. We can go too far, okay? And this is why I mean we are always having to temper ourselves. We are always needing to be aware of ourselves. Because out of control, Carly, Ma, look up the story. She literally destroyed universes until she got stopped. After she did all the good work of destroying all the demons that let's not focus on that part. She killed the demons no one else could kill, and then she just fucking kept dancing. She kept going. She was destroying worlds, and then she had to wake up to herself and bring in the balance of the inspiration. Not just action with no brain, okay? That's not cool. Can't remember what I was saying. Anyway, can I have a funny artist card, please? What would wrap this all up beautifully? And if you give me something stupid and unrelated, like you do like to throw me off when I think I know what's happening. I'm just sorry. Don't eavesdrop, okay? Give me a funny one. Right. No funny card for you or card at all. I've just chucked out an entire deck. Oh man, they've put a German word in it that I'm not going to be able to pronounce. Fuckers. Joseph Bias. It looks like death. There's a wolf there. You also contribute to humanity's Kunstwerk. I feel like they're trying to make me say a swear word that I would never say in a video. GESAMTKUNSTWERK. It's got twerk at the end. Make sure your rabies shots are up to date. Symbolism is just one ambulance ride away. So what was I saying? We're playing with fire. We're out there balancing crazy shit. It's not safe. It's not fun all the time, but fuck, if you can find your stride with it, it is pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Make sure your rabies shots are up to date. Getting wild. Getting wild. Go find your wild crew. But you're a lone wolf as well. They're for funsies. Your work is isolated. It's we're also unique. It can't be duplicated. You can't be in a gang. I don't think you even want to lead a gang, because that will probably lead you off into culty stuff, because you're a bit powerful. So that's what this rabies shot is about. You keep yourself in control. Don't go mad with power. That's never a good look. Strategic, toe the line. You know when things are food. You know when things want your food. You can play as death. You can play as birth. You can play between worlds. Alrighty. Nah, that's all I'm going to say. Okay, bye.